Ladies and gentlemen, fishy people, entrepreneurs, and aquarium enthusiasts, yes, each and every one of you, hello and welcome to Megaquarium. My name, of course, is Potato. We have just been given the brand new DLC for this game, which is Freshwater Frenzy, which adds a whole bunch of animals and a whole freshwater component to Megaquarium. If you've never heard of Megaquarium before, it is a fantastic little Tycoon game where you have to run and manage a successful aquarium. Well, there's no real necessity for it to be successful, but obviously with every Tycoon game, you kind of want it to be successful. Anyway, we're going to be playing through on in the sandbox mode, which is basically a free open-ended campaign, you know, still with all of the financial restrictions and whatever. It's just my preferred way of playing the game. The settings are on screen, and we're going to be going through some of the basic elements just to start off with, because, you know, I like to tutorialize the first episode in any series, just so that we can all progress together, which is kind of nice. Right, so it looks kind of basic. It looks a little bit like a puzzle game. It's not a puzzle game. It's a Tycoon game. So we're gonna get right into things. Okay, so the first thing that any aquarium needs, and you know, I don't think it's particularly novel for me to say this, but you know, we need to get a tank. We need to get a tank down, and at the moment we only have the very most basic equipment unlocked. The basic tank is indeed one of the only things that we've got. So let's plonk the basic tank down, and we'll get that put down. You know, we'll stick it down over here in the corner. Finances in the left-hand corner. Tank is obviously placed down. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. However, it wouldn't be much of an aquarium if it just had a tank in it. No, it would be a swimming pool if it just had a tank in it. So we're gonna need to get some fish. Now, the good news is that, you know, we don't really have to choose what fish we get. We haven't got any of the brand new DLC fish yet, but you know, don't worry, that'll happen in time. We've just got a saltwater fish, the Azure Demon Sail. Sure, it's a lovely blue fish with yellow. Oh, look, you can see the fish for yourself. Anyway, we'll plonk a couple of these fish into here. We'll plonk 4 down. Now, crucially, that is the entire capacity of the tank that is now occupied by fish. It's very fishy, a high concentration of fishiness. Ecology, we'll talk a little bit about that as we go. However, you can see that there are some requirements that we need to meet when it comes to the tank. Let's talk about them. So, first of all, water quality. How do we increase our water quality in the tank? Well, we increase water flow, and the way that we increase water flow is with a basic filter. That's right. It's going to cost us 28 bucks. We need to throw it down just in proximity to the tank. So, let's stick it down. Let's stick it down over here. Let's stick it down to the rear. I'm envisioning people just walking most of the way around the tank. You know, we'll leave some access ways around here, and then the equipment can go at the back. That seems to me like a fairly reasonable suggestion. As you can see, there is another requirement as well. The tank is not sufficiently heated. We do require a little bit of temperature modulation, so let's throw down a basic heater as well. Bada bim, bada boom. As it turns out, that is enough temperature points in order to satisfy the requirement of the tank. Likewise, you know, enough filter points, enough water flow points, water quality points to fulfill the need in the tank as well. So that is excellent. We've got 4 wonderful fish. Happy days. What is the last requirement? Yes, we need to make sure that our fish are fed. So let's go into tools. Let's get the orange pellet dispenser, which does indeed hold food. That's not the button that I meant to click. But we'll get the orange pellet dispenser, and we'll stick it down, what, like here? Sure, let's stick it down a little bit far away from the tank, but that's not too much of a problem. And yeah, so the icon is still flashing above the tank, which is because we don't actually have anybody to deliver the pellets to the tank. So what we are going to do in the first instance is we're going to hire our first employee. We're going to hire Jack. Is he the guy for us? I guess so. Beatrice, Evie, Bay. I can't turn down somebody with the name of Bay. Oh my goodness, that's kind of bananas actually. But we do actually need somebody who has a feeding skill. So I'm afraid Jack, even though you're a bit of a lackluster employee, well, actually, I say that. Alejandro, sure, you can be the dude because you're able to feed and you're able to fix as well. So, you know, congratulations, you're now employed, and that's gonna be somebody who's gonna take the pellets from the storage over to the tank. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, so you know what? I think we're just about ready to open. It's not a very exciting aquarium at this moment in time. However, this is just our first day. Our first foray into the world. Okay, so let's talk about ecology. Ecology, research points. The more visitors that we get, the more ecology we get. The more people that look at our fish, the more points we get. It's pretty self-explanatory. We can, of course, unlock different fishes as we require them. What would we like to unlock first? So this is rank 1 that we're at the moment. We're obviously going to be progressing up the ranks as we increase our prestige, which is another metric of how well we're doing. Prestige can be found down here, and it directly correlates to how flashy your aquarium is and how many people come and look at your fishes again. Okay, so do we want to get an orchid dotty back or a half and half chloromis? I mean, these guys have got slightly different requirements. So for example, the half and half requires 4 fish in a tank. So it might be a slightly more challenging requirement to meet, given that the fish is slightly larger. So as you will have recalled, I'll choose later. As you will have recalled, we threw 4 fish into this tank, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that took up all of our 8 slots. That's because the size of each and every one of these fishes is 2, so they take up 2 fish slots. So there we go. Okay, let's get an orchid dotty back in the first instance. Sure, what the heck? Look at this. He's casting his arm into the fish tank and feeding them with everything that he's got. Well, not all of our food supplies, but there we go. Okay, so that's great. Prestige is looking good. Look at that, an ecology point because somebody looked at my fish. How great is that? There's no problems whatsoever. Everything is looking great in the tanks. Everything's looking good in the aquarium. We do have slightly too few visitors. We need a couple more. Look, prestige and ecology. Wonderful, excellent. I tell you what, we also can do. We can also throw down some lovely decorations into our tank. Now, sometimes decorations will be a requirement for the fishes that are living in the tanks. Other times, it'll just be a decoration. You know what? Fine. Let's throw down some sea lettuce. That's a thing, apparently. Let's also throw down some small rocks again. Why not? Increase our prestige, increase our ecology, and we make the place look a little bit nicer, which is always a nice little bonus, isn't it? Okay, so far, so good. I mean, we're not exactly making millions, but at the same time, we're probably about to turn a profit, right? I mean, look at this. Building costs, 172, livestock, 72, outgoing, and then entrance tickets have netted us 210 bucks so far, which is grand. Let's stick it into 2 times speed, because there's nothing really that matters until we get a secondary fish tank, which I'm anticipating will happen fairly soon, in fact. Do we want to plonk down a second tank just like right now? I think maybe we do. You know what? Let's anticipate the movements of our fishy friends. Let's throw down another tank that is directly next to the existing tank that we've got, and then we will throw down the dotty orchid back, or whatever the heck it's called, as soon as we unlock that. We will set up a basic water filter here. Which, ooh, actually, that's a bit of a problem. We can't actually access it, so we're gonna have to put it around the side a little bit. That's fine. Throw down that over there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We literally do not have any other fish at this moment in time. We cannot buy anything else. We could buy another load of Azure Demonicel. I don't even know how to pronounce fishes. You know what? Let's do it. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. Look at the progress that we're now making. People have probably been complaining that they're not getting their money's worth. However, now we've got 2 exhibits, which are exactly the same, and which will hopefully make people like me even more. And there we go. Hey, prestige rank. We have progressed from rank 1 to rank 2. So let's click the rank up button and let's rank up. Oh man, that is satisfying as all heck. Okay, so now we need to hit 100 prestige in order to rank up to the next level. We've unlocked a bunch of bits and bobs for our aquarium. We've unlocked, oh, look at this, a staff door, a combi mini, which provides filtering and heating in one simple package. A barrel, a bench, blue paint, driftwood, sea grapes, oh my goodness, a wall tank, a black bar soldier fish, a king. Okay, there's a whole bunch of stuff here. There is a whole bunch of stuff here, and this is kind of incredible. I kind of love it. Okay, so when are we gonna finish up with this fish research? Because I don't want to say that things are looking a little bland without a second variety of fish, but things are looking very, very bland. Okay, an orchid dottyback. Goodness gracious me, things are gonna get really complicated really, really quickly. Do we want to return to our rank 1 fish? I mean, do we really need to? It is going to be cheaper to unlock the rank 1 fish because we only need 50 ecology points. So you know what? Yeah, let's go for that. Let's get the rank 1 fish first before we progress on. Wall tank. I mean, I'm not particularly bothered about wall tanks at the moment. Let's just stick with basic tanks. I think that's kind of what we want to do. We can expand these basic tanks, by the way. I'm not overly bothered about doing just that at the moment. I think we'll just throw down... we'll throw down another tank right over here. We haven't talked about expanding the borders of our aquarium, but we are going to be dealing with that in just a second. Right, let's pause the game. Let's pause the game and let's do some of these guys. Ooh, double the prestige and a little increase in ecology points as well. So let's throw, what, 4 of them into that tank right over there. We've got the orange pellets in place already. That's fine. We could get a combi mini. Will that suffice for our requirements? Is that even going to be a good idea? I don't think so. We need to talk about breakdowns in a little bit, but that's not really relevant for this moment in time. I think we just throw down a basic heater and then also an entirely separate basic filter. There we go. Yeah. I'm also going to preemptively throw down... Oh, of course. Forgot about that. Ooh. Let me move this tank a little bit. Let me move this tank out here. There we go. So that we can have that. In fact, I don't think that the tank is able to, or the filter is able to connect up to both tanks. I think we need to have a separate filter. Don't quote me on that, though. But we'll do something like that. That looks not too bad. I mean, it looks a little iffy because everything is kind of exposed, a little bit on display. But, you know, sometimes it's nice to show the visitors a little bit of stuff that happens behind the scenes. You know, the hard work of our aquariumologist. Is that your technical term? You're an aquarist? Sure. Aquariumologist, I think, is what I'm going to go for. Now, we're going to start to see a couple of these machines break down fairly soon, so we need to be kept on top of that. We'll need to keep up to date with what's going on there. Half and half Chromis. Cool. This is a big fish. This is the bigger fish that the biggest fish that we've thus far unlocked. And we need to get 4 of them down in a tank, which is a bit of a problem. I will choose my next bit of research because it is quite large. I'm going to say that we want to unlock the kingfish over here. And then I'm also going to see if we can try and... Because I need to actually expand this tank because it's not quite large enough at this moment in time. Let's sell the tank. Let's sell the tank and all of the stuff. We actually get 100% of our money back, so no harm, no foul. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to introduce a slightly larger tank. In fact, the largest tank that we can build with a basic model. Now, I know you're stuck over here. That's not really cool. I don't like to trap guests usually. It's not a good policy. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to expand the entirety of the border. In fact, I'm going to expand the whole aquarium by like just one row. So that costs a certain amount of money. However, I'm not going to be deterred by that because the benefits that we're going to get are phenomenal. We'll throw down a basic filter. We'll throw down a heating element as well, which is totally fine. In fact, you know, I really should just test. I really should just test if... Yeah, so the basic filter specifically can only handle one tank, but I'm pretty certain that later on in the game we'll be able to deal with filters which give us a lot more capability. Right, so it sets us back a little bit financially in order to get all of this in place, but that's not a problem at all. Half and half chloromis. We've got capacity for 18 fish points in this tank over here. Let's just bang as many in as we possibly can, right? 35 ecology points. That is incredible. That is really, really good. However, as you can see, our filter quality is no longer high enough. That's because we've got so many fish in the tank. I'm going to plonk down another filter, which is going to, you know, it's going to increase running costs a little bit. However, that won't deter me. I'm sure things are going to go completely fine. Right, we also need to throw down some additional plant life. I would kind of like stuff which gives me as much prestige as I possibly can. Shipwreck paint and barrels is all good and well, but I need prestige. So you know what? Let's get some sea grapes. Let's do that in there. Can't stick it down over here. Yeah, I'll just keep one in the big tank for now. That's totally acceptable. And then let's throw down some smaller, like, sea lettuces in the other tanks. I guess we should probably just, like, try and max this out, right? I don't think there's a downside, to be brutally honest. I don't think there's a downside, apart from the fact that, you know, costs us money. But more ecology points, more prestige is all good stuff, you know? Look at this. Can hardly move for the amount of prestige that people are giving me. Do people give me prestige? Do I give people prestige? I don't know. This needs to be worked out. Anyway, my aquariumist is doing a grand old job. My researchers, apparently, whoever they are, also doing a great job. We're researching a marvelous fish. It looks quite incredible. We can combine fishes at some point. At least, well, we can combine some fishes. Can't combine all the fishes, but we can certainly do that. Also, I need to get a tool station. A tool station, that's stupid. A tool station allows me to fix up broken down machines. Machines break down according to this little icon over here. Breaks down every 7 days, which is totally fine. Now, Alejandro, the one-man band that is apparently running this entire operation alongside me, he's qualified. That's why we hired him, actually. He's qualified to feed, and he's qualified to fix. So, there we go. Congratulations. You're a qualified feeder and a qualified fixer. Are you able to keep up with all of the feeding requirements? I'm honestly not entirely sure that you can. You seem like quite a busy individual, and I think we might be running into some problems here. It takes you quite a long time to feed. Like a disturbingly long time to feed. To feed the fish. But there we go. Whatever the case. Ooh, look at this. A king demon... Whatever. Let's pick some new research. A yellow tang. Oh my goodness. Look at that fish. It looks gorgeous. So this eats green pellets. We don't actually have green pellets at this moment in time, or we don't have a green pellet dispenser. It also requires plants. However, the amount of ecology that you get is huge. Also, it's a pretty large fish. It takes up 6 slots. So that's definitely something to consider. Okay, finish the fixing, and then... Or sorry, finish the feeding and then head on over to the fixing. That's totally fine. That's all looking good. I'm pretty happy with that. 32 prestige, 31 prestige. I mean, it's pretty clear that we need to do something about this. We definitely need to do something about this. I kind of just want to ditch these fish. I mean, where do I want to stick them? I mean, I want to get rid of them, to be honest. I want to sell them all. I'm going to sell all of the fish that we currently have. Do I make any money on them? I don't think so. How much did they cost me to buy? They cost me 18 to buy. I sold them for 18, so turns out we actually broke even, which is kind of cool. Let's plonk down the wimp. Cannot be housed with a bully. Well, that's okay. We're going to be housing this fish exclusively with other varieties of itself. That doesn't really make sense. Whatever the case, let's plonk 1, 2, 3, 4 fish down in here. And yeah, because it's a similar sort of species, the... What was it called? The Azure to the King. Yeah, it's pretty much got the same sort of requirements, which is totally fine. All right, grand. I am a little bit concerned. I'm a little bit concerned that we may need some more employees, but that's kind of by the by. That's okay. We need to prep a tank for this yellow tang, and honestly, I think we need a big beefy tank for this thing. I mean, we need a big tank. We don't necessarily need to have a lot of them. Because there is no requirement on the number that we need to house in a certain tank, but it's just, you know, the more the merrier, right? I mean, the amount of ecology points that we get from this is quite incredible. The other thing that I would probably draw your attention to is that we require a water quality level of 60% as opposed to just 50% for the other fish that I think we've been dealing with. So it's a slightly more fussy fish. Sure. Is that offensive to say? A fussy fish. A fussy fish. So there we go. We could get a wall tank, a corner tank. I mean, maybe we get a corner tank. I mean, a corner tank seems like a pretty efficient thing, right? Sure. Let's get a corner tank. We can make it a bit bigger. Zoink. You just got teleported out of it. Hey, just in time for the yellow tang. Arabian blue-lined dottyback. Sure, let's get that in there. Let's place some of these yellow tangs in here. Get as many as we can. That's it, apparently. Okay, so here's the deal. This tank currently houses 18 out of 15 fish. However, we can't fit another yellow tang in because the yellow tangs take up 6 slots. Instead, why don't we see if we can get a half and half? We could get one half and half. Oh no, we can't get one half and half because they require 4 additional. They require 4 fish in order to be happy. So why don't we get just 2 orchids? We'll get 2 orchids so they can be housed together. That's no problem at all. We need to make sure that we nail all these requirements. We need to make sure that we get them all set up. We're probably going to need... Wow, we're going to need more filters than that. Kind of unexpected, but that's kind of okay. The Combi Mini... We could get a Combi Mini. I'm going to have to move this tank around a little bit because we need another filter. Can you believe that? It's kind of bonkers. We're also going to need a basic heater. Is one basic heater going to be enough? No, we're going to have to get 2 basic heaters, which is, frankly, a little bit disgusting. Yeah, can I move this? I can't move the, well, okay, move that right there, and then that makes that inaccessible. Okay, we're gonna have to expand the whole darn thing, aren't we? I can detect it. I can detect that we're gonna have to expand the whole exhibit. Not even the whole exhibit. The whole area. What started as a simple corner tank has resulted in corner chaos. That's right. Complete corner chaos. That's okay. Fine. We'll leave that in there like so. We need to get a green pellet dispenser. The green pellet dispenser can probably... I keep clicking R whenever I want to rotate something. It's just a, you know, force of habit really, isn't it? The green pellet dispenser can go around the back because there is absolutely no... There's absolutely no other fish that actually requires green pellets. Only here. So that's fine. Okay, the corner tank looks like total garbage. Total garbage. However, we've got it. It's here now. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit unique. Fine. Okay, let's throw down some plant life to make sure that everything is happy. Specifically the... There we go. Specifically the brand new fish, the yellow whatchamacallit, the yellow tang. That was it. So everyone's happy here. Great. Everyone's happy here. That's great. We're not necessarily out of money, but you know, we're definitely in a position where we now have a lot less money than we did. What do you want me to say? We spent a lot of money, but it's gonna make us a lot of money. That's what matters, right? Okay, look at all this prestige that we're gonna get. Oh boy, it's nice. It's real nice. To be honest, I kinda just need money. To be honest, I kinda just need money. Yeah. Net cash flow is low. Yeah, very, very, very negative. Arabian blue-lined dottyback. Cool. We'll get the black bar soldier fish now as well. I need to hunt for prestige. That's what I'm after now. I mean, we're doing really, really well on the ecology front. Those yellow tangs are doing a marvelous job, to be honest. But I would really love a little bit more prestige. It looks like we peaked at about 74. And this needs to be provided, you know, continuously. We can't just have like a little spurt in prestige. We need to keep the prestige coming in so that we can progress to the next level. And we've unlocked the black bar soldier fish as well there. Okay, so this is a bit of a problem because we don't have anything to research at this moment in time because we've researched absolutely everything that we have. So you know what? It's time to get another tank. Dare I say even another tank on top of that once we're done with this one. We'll throw down the new fish. It's a bully. Okay, so this fish actually is a bully. So let's just house it with itself, right? That seems reasonable. Maybe I should think about recycling some of the old garbage fish. You know what I mean. They're not garbage fish per se, but they are garbage fish. Let's get the Arabian... okay, the Arabian blue-lined dottyback, sure. And let's throw down one of these as well, just because we want to max out the capacity of the tank. Filter quality is, of course, going to continually be an issue. We need to really get some better filters, to be honest. Some better filters would go a long way. Okay, heating, not necessarily an issue. That's fine. Let's throw down some more decorations, just for the sake of it. You know, love a little decoration here, there, and everywhere. That's all looking good. Great. Okay, so that's going to give us a little bit more prestige as well. And some more ecology points. And that leaves us with just one singular fish outstanding. However, in saying that, the day is day 10. It's 3:20, and we're about to, I think, hit 100 prestige, which is exactly what we require to hit level 3. So let's advance to level 3 right now. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Look at this. A power filter? That's a big piece of equipment. A power heater? That's good too. A fizzy drink vending machine? Oh yes, I would love some money. A bin as well. That's kind of cool. A tropical beach plant, eelgrass, rubble, a shell thing, broom stand, a life ring, and a whole bunch of brand new fish. And also a power combi, which we can also research, and a lagoon tank as well. And some eels. Very, very cool indeed. Okay. So, what would we like to research in the first instance? I feel like an eel is definitely something that we would totally like to do. However, the eel can actually eat other fish, which will become a little bit of a problem. Not whilst it's a baby, but whilst it's fully grown, it will be able to eat fish between 1 and 3 in size, which is absolutely terrifying. Same with the coral grouper as well. Wow. May eat or damage stony corals, clams, and gorgonians. No idea what a gorgonian actually is. Number of science points earned whenever a guest views this. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, I mean, we want to get science points, obviously. It's going to be quite easy to maintain the royal gramma as opposed to the coral grouper. The coral grouper cannot be housed with a coral grouper. Okay, so that's a problem. This is the easiest fish to house. So let's start with this one, shall we? Let's start with this one, and we will also see... Let me have a little look. What am I looking for? Oh, yes. I'm looking for the power filter. The power filter is kind of what I'm looking for in a filter, to be honest. The power heater as well is something else that we can look for. Are there two connections? There may well be multiple connections that we can hook up. Can I... Okay, so I can only do one connection to that. That's totally fine. We're on a little bit of a fixing spree. That's also cool too. Let's pause just for a second, and I do not want to sell the tank, please. No, 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 no. I want to sell the filters. I want to sell the filters, then I want to go in and I want to grab a power filter. That takes me up to 67% water filter purity, which is great because that cuts down the number of filters that we've got, which makes it a little bit more sightly for visitors or something. Sure, I'm sure it makes somewhat of a difference. We do still have one outstanding fish as well, if I'm not mistaken. We need to get one additional tier 2 fish before we're able to get our tier 3 fishes. I mean, we don't have to, I should say. There is no necessity. There is no necessity for us to get any fish specifically. But of course, it's a good thing to do. I like having all the fish. I mean, it's a personal accomplishment. Sure. It's a personal accomplishment to get loads of fish. So what is our remaining tier 2 fish? It is this. It's the black bar soldier fish. And it's the biggest fish. No, it's not even the biggest fish. I was going to say, definitely not the biggest fish that we placed thus far. Cool. All right. Let's have a little look at what we can stick in here. So, of course, we need to get the regular old basic filter, etc. I kind of just want to sell that, try again, and just throw in a power filter, in fact. It's a little bit more expensive, but I think it's kind of worth it, right? Throw in a basic heater as well to keep things all nice and tepid. We do need houses. We do need little houses for these guys. Now, houses can be acquired by putting in specific decorations. So a driftwood cave, for example, we're gonna need to stick 2 of them in order to hit the housing requirement, which is totally fine. Sell that basic heater and replace it. Sure. Place it over there. Man, this is a pretty unsightly aquarium. Just, you know, filters and heaters in the middle of the floor. It's a little bit of a mess. But you know what? I can't blame Alejandro too much. He's doing a heck of a lot of work. He's keeping things good. Right. Do we need to get any other requirements? We'll get some sea lettuce. Sure, throw down a couple of bits of sea lettuce. Excellent. And we will unpause and let the game run a little bit. Cool. All right, so science points as well. Science points, that's quite exciting that we're going to get to deal with that. I am going to go for a reorganization at some point. I should have made that very clear at the start of the episode. This is a temporary setup. You know, we're obviously going to want to get to a point where we don't end up exposing all of these heaters and things. I'm pretty sure that these heaters give negative prestige, so that is probably going to lead to a... a little bit of distaste having to see all the odds and sods exposed. Never good to see too many odds and sods, eh? You know what we could think about? We could think about setting up a behind-the-scenes access area. So we stick a wall down in over here. That's kind of cool. And then we throw down a staff door over here. Very, very nice indeed. Then let's move the pellets and the tool station behind this staff door. And then let's also think about expanding this area here. That pretty much wiped us out financially, which a little bit surprising, but that's okay. The brand new exhibit, let's move that down over here. And let's move the heater roundabout over there. A royal grama. Excellent, 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 excellent. Maybe I want to swap out. Maybe I want to swap out a fish that we don't have already. What is this? A red tail butterfly fish? Man, okay. Now we're getting into some very specific fish. Very specific fish with some very specific requirements. But I want to try and get them all. That's what I'm determined to do. Okay. So, let's keep the equipment, or at least let's try and keep the equipment behind cover. Again, keep on trying to rotate the whole fish tank with R, whereas you use the scroll wheel. Okay, hold on. Before I do that, there we go. Stick that over there. Move this in here. Move you out there. Move you out there. Move you out there. Look at this. So we've naturally created a wonderful system. Can I put a wall in here? Will that make... Hey, look at that. So people are actually not going to be able to see all of the junk that's going on behind the scenes. That actually looks fairly decent, don't you think? I think that looks really, really nice. Okay, so maybe that's going to lead to a little bit of a prestige increase, which is kind of great. I gotta be honest. My man Alejandro is not doing a fantastic job. We need to hire somebody who is perhaps a little bit qualified in either fishing or feeding or just not being terrible. Also, we've got people who are now qualified to attend a gift shop. Sure. Ooh, look, Xavier, you are my man. Look at this. Has written several books about aquarium keeping and marine conservation. Very pricey, though. Very, very pricey to employ. Josh, Tilly, I think maybe we just want somebody who can feed. Get somebody else who's feeding and fishing. Okay, cool. So now we've got a dedicated feeder and then 2 people who can fix and feed, which should make all the difference in the world. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Cool. Very, very cool indeed. I would like to create another area that's kind of off limits. So let's plonk down a wall over here, a wall over there as well. Let's stick in a staff door in here. I want to sort of create an IKEA-like networking structure where we have like a certain direction that you can travel through the aquarium. Of course, we need to put the gift shop near the door so you can, I don't know, buy photos and stuffed toys of all of your favorite fish. Sure, that's a thing. Stuffed fish toys. Is that a big thing? I have absolutely no idea. I will say it looks like our prestige has increased somewhat, which is kind of nice. There's no toolkits left in the aquarium. Oh, that's fine. I mean, the toolkit it can only be operated by 1 person at a time. That's totally a-okay with me. Okay, how can I get this stuff behind closed doors without ruining the look too much? Well, you know what? I think I've just... There I go, pressing R again. I've got an idea. I've got an idea about how we tackle this. So, put that over there. All right. And then what I think we do... Then what I think we can do is we can... Oh man, this is looking like such a great little aquarium, isn't it? I'm so happy with this. We've unlocked a coral grouper. Excellent. Let's go on to the eel. What do we got coming in here? Red-tail butterfly exhibit. We're interested in sponsoring an exhibit in your aquarium. Something with the following parameters would be excellent. Build a tank with red-tail butterfly fish 04 for 3 o'clock. Today? I mean, if it's for today, then that's a problem. Because I ain't got the red-tail butterfly fish. Right, I'll lose the progress. Let's see if we can try and do it. If it turns out that it's by 3 o'clock today, just blame that on me not checking my emails. But let's be real, who really pays that close attention to their emails? Sometimes you just gotta live a little, you know? You gotta step away from your computer, you gotta step away from emails for just a second, and you gotta live your life. A mussel dispenser, cool. A broom stand. I mean, a broom stand seems like a important bit of kit, right? Like, definitely seems like an important bit of kit. What else can we get? We can get a bench. That seems like a good idea. I suspect that will increase my prestige a little bit. And it only costs 10 bucks as well. Excellent. I love cheap solutions. Love them. Love them, love them, love them. Fizzy drink vending machine. I'm not over the moon about fizzy drinks, etc. However, I'm sure my guests probably are. We're also going to get some bins over here. Apparently, I'm creating a communal area in the center here. I guess I'm okay with that. That's fine with me. Maybe some people are going to buy some fizzy drinks and make me a little bit of money. That would be real nice. It turns out that one singular tool station is not adequate. So, you know what? I will get a secondary one. There we go. So, that's a second toolkit. So, the toolkit is actually... Nope. The toolkit is actually taken from... You are walking with the toolkit in a very weird way, my dude. Just to make you aware. But, there we go. Okay, we're struggling really to stay on top of our fixing situation, which is exactly why I got somebody... Or I got a tool stand, which hopefully is able to mean that we get things fixed a little bit faster. Do I need to hire somebody who is really good at fixing? Cleaning? No, I want somebody who's cheap. Who's cheap and is good at fixing. Josh, I guess it'll have to be you. I guess it'll have to be you. You can fix and you can operate a gift shop. That's a skill that is in high demand these days. Okay, we've got 886 bucks. It's not bad. It's not bad at all, to be honest. I think it's time for a brand new tank, isn't it? Okay, time for a wall tank. Let's throw down a wall tank over here. Right, so we're going to obviously expand the aquarium a little bit. The red-tailed butterfly fish, yes, I'll choose the research later. Okay, the red-tailed butterfly fish apparently hasn't disappeared yet. It's a deal. Okay, set me up, please. That's great. Oh, fantastic. Look at this. Okay, 4-3. We've unlocked that. Excellent. I'll choose research now, I guess. Doesn't particularly matter. The zebra eel. Excellent. Let's pause and let's get equipped. So, the requirements for a butterfly fish are as follows. They're five size, so they're pretty large. They may eat or damage stony corals, clams, or other things, gorgonians. I don't necessarily think that this is a problem, to be honest. In fact, I think this would work perfectly as the brand new exhibit that I wish to roll out. So let's try and be kind of sneaky about this. Okay. Also, I just got a massive cash injection from accepting that mission. Yeah, 2,100 bucks now, and base prestige plus 35 after. So base prestige presumably is prestige that cannot degrade at any time, which would be phenomenal, which would be really, really good. Okay, let's get a nice big tank right in there. We don't really require this wall, I guess, but we will require a wall over here. Excellent. Costs us 10 bucks to put that wall in place. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. We also should probably try and get walls like around the back here so that we don't show off the back end. It's a dangerous game showing off the back end. Let me tell you from personal experience, folks. How many butterfly fish do I need? I need a couple. 1, 2, 3, 4. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Excellent. We just need to increase the filter quality. In fact, you know what? I'm not going to go for a basic filter. Instead, I'm going to go for a power filter. And it's not actually enough. Okay, you know what? Can I double down on my butterfly fish? There we go. Let's get that many. I still need to increase. Kind of not happy with that. So we'll get a double power filter. That should provide absolutely adequate circulation. Temperature is a little bit of a problem. Now, the basic heater, if we get 2 basic heaters, that will suffice totally. However, I think we actually just want to go for one singular big heater. What is it? It's called a power heater. That's right. And that gives us 36 degrees temperature, which is pretty excellent. So that's tropical temperature. That's totally fine. At least one staff member cannot access this task. That's false, actually, because we should totally be able to access the tank. Maybe I need to increase that just by a little bit. Does that make any difference at all? Should be fine. Ah, okay, so it's not for 3 o'clock in the morning. It's in 3 hours time. That's totally fine. Right, so why on earth? Why on earth is there no route to the tank here? Because there absolutely definitely should be. Is there just not enough staff? Okay, I need to hire somebody else who's good at feeding. Okay, anyone who doesn't cost like $85 a day, I will take you. I will take you right now. Please, start working. You can start working right now. Again, how is it that you're not able to do this? Do we need to stick down another staff door by any chance? Does that fix the problem? Apparently that fixes the problem, even though I think that this area is still navigatable around here. But apparently it's not. I don't really understand why that's the case, but okay. Let's throw it in 2 times speed. Let's throw it in 2 times speed because I'm quite keen to try and get this tank fed. Brilliant. Okay, there is a lot of feeding to be done. There is a heck of a lot of feeding to be done. Excellent. We've unlocked the eel. That's great. That's really, really nice. Haven't really concentrated on the tier 3 fishes thus far. Definitely something that we want to do. Okay. Satisfy above conditions until the timer reaches 0. Okay, so all we need to do is just leave it as is, and then it'll be fine. Cool. Okay, I mean, the tank looks a little bit bare. Looks very bare, in fact. Should we instead throw down some lettuce, sea lettuce? Let's get a couple bits of lettuce. Let's get some rubble as well. Can I get... Okay, I'm not even going to bother with rubble. You know what? The rubble is a bad idea. Don't even worry about the rubble. What do we got? Interested in some Voltian's lionfish. Would you like to trade them for coral grouper? I mean, that looks like a spectacular beast. I have no idea what level it actually is. It eats mussels. It looks great, to be honest. It looks terrifying. But no thank you. A flame anglefish. Dislikes con-specifics. Cannot be housed with a flame anglefish. I mean, yeah? Sure. Let's get it. It's a deal. So we've got 2. That's fine. What do I want to sell? Do I want to try and see if I can sell some azure basic fish? Let's get rid of those. Okay. I've got the fish. Plonking down in there. Can only get 1 down in there at this moment in time because the tank's too small. But you know what? Sell the other azure fish and plonk you in there as well. Excellent. Okay, there is a slight issue with regards to the decorations that are currently in the tank, but these decorations can be sold. Did I sell the decorations in the wrong flipping tank? I sold the decorations in the wrong flipping tank, didn't I? Right, look, this is the tank that I want. I want to sell these decorations, both of those decorations, and I want to replace them with slightly more plants. So just sea lettuces will be totally fine, and that'll keep the fish completely happy. And what do you know? That's a slightly more interesting fish than the old azure bluefish that we had kicking around before. So that's kind of nice. Okay, I'm really looking forward to that 35 extra prestige boost. So that's going to be real nice. I'm going to cut this off here. I'm going to assume that I need to keep 1 single slot available for the staff to feed the fish from. I'm going to assume that that's the case anyway. I may not need to do that. We'll see where the staff end up feeding the fish from, but just something to consider. Either way, this is looking great. I'm doing very well in terms of finance, so that's quite exciting. I need to just keep an eye on my emails, though. That's one thing that I may end up regretting. Hey, look at that. So base prestige is increased by 35, which should hopefully mean that never decays, I would imagine. Let's rank up and see what the heck we unlock. Right. Up to rank 4. Prestige rank 4. Basic light, basic toilet, kelp, rocky overhang, shell, anchor, sponge sink, a minimal exhibit, an Amazon sword, a whole bunch of fish, a whole bunch of other bits and bobs which can be unlocked with science points. However, we haven't unlocked science points per se yet at all, have we? I don't really think I want to start unlocking anything quite yet. Yeah, just give me a second, video game. I know this is kind of, bad strategic play. However, I kind of want to catch up with regards to the other fish that I have yet to unlock. Or do I have to choose a bit of research? Okay, I have to choose a bit of research apparently. Right. Well, let's go for a sure. We'll go for that fish. I need to accelerate my fishiness. This is very clear to me now. Right. So we need to get our expansion on. Let's expand out here. Yeah, I don't know why it made that noise. I guess that was the generic construction noise. What are you unhappy about? You just saw something. Somebody just saw something that they didn't like. Who just saw something that they didn't like? There was some negative prestige around here. What the heck happened? You saw something that you didn't like. What was that? How did they... I can't see what you wanted. I can't see what you wanted. How do we get rid of... Yeah, windows. There we go. Close all the windows. I really like that driftwood cave. I really like that driftwood cave too. It's my favorite driftwood cave. Sure. Yeah, I need to start grouping fishes by, you know, qualities, I guess. Is that everything that I've got? That's everything that I've got, actually. Oh, I've got the perfect combination. I've got the perfect combination. The coral grouper and the zebra moray eel, they can live together, right? Because they eat crustaceans with a certain size, which I know we don't actually have crustaceans at the moment. Crustaceans are like mussels and stuff. We don't have them at this moment in time. They can't be housed with a coral grouper. That's actually okay, and you eat animals with a size of between 1 and 3. Presumably this does count as an animal. However, these two should be able to be housed together. Yeah, so I think we should prep an exhibit with 1 coral grouper, 1 yellow tang, a red-tailed butterfly fish, a zebra eel, etc. You know, we just get something. We get something a little bit spicy. You know what I'm saying? An observer tank. What does an observer tank look like? Kind of okay, I guess. I think I'd prefer another wall tank, to be honest, though. I like the design of the wall tank that we've got at the moment. What I don't like is the maximum size of the tanks. If you didn't know, I should have probably made explicitly clear. The current size is the max size that I can get, and it's really quite problematic. Right, so let's throw down an eel. Right, so that's a pretty big fish, straight up. Well, it's not actually a fish, but there you go. Okay, hopefully there's going to be no conflict there, so that's fine. We need to get mussels, I know. What else did I say? The yellow tang. Can the yellow tang and the coral grouper be housed together? I think they can. They totally can. So we just fill the rest of this tank up with... Yeah, we just fill the rest of the tank up with the yellow tangs. Cool. Cool. Pretty happy with that. In fact, do I maybe want to see if I can try and get another zebra eel? I feel like an eel is much cooler than these tangs here. Let's sell this 2 tangs. I know I do get my money back, although I currently have 3 in the aquarium. Okay, that's something to keep in mind. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. We need 11 caves. I actually don't think I'm going to be able to manage to get 11 caves. In saying that, I think I might manage to get 11 caves. Cool. Okay, turns out that we've got apparently enough housing for these funky zebra eels. I love it. I love it. Okay, let's throw down 1 more. Not enough money. Oh, that's embarrassing. How much do these things cost? I wasn't even looking. 168. Okay, that is a huge mega problem. Right, you know what? We're gonna have to sell one of these lovely fish, because I do need to make sure that they don't immediately die. Temperature needs to be set quite high. Cool. We need to also increase the filtering that's happening. Just 1 single little basic filter there as well. That's apparently totally inadequate, so you know, we're gonna have to get a big filter, which kind of terrifies me. 74 bucks, but that's fine. It does the job. And now we need mussels. Fine, give me mussels. Mussels dispenser. No access for staff. Oh, that's because, yeah. I know what the issue is. Cool. Not enough money? How much does the mussel dispenser cost? It costs 120. Okay, well, I'm a little bit broke. I know we ain't got mussels at the moment. However, let's just wait until we've got the money. Shouldn't be too long. Ooh, brilliant. So, we can actually now start getting some bits and bobs using science points. Now, science points... We currently have, what, 110 coming in, thanks to mostly these eels, because they are really quite incredible beasts. What do we want to research? The basic pump can connect tanks of up to 7 tiles away. Very, very cool indeed. The power combi, I tell you what, that would make a bit of a difference. And a lagoon tank as well can presumably be created much larger than your basic tank. I think we start off with a basic pump, right? I mean, that would allow us to start pumping these 2 tanks with, yeah, look, I'm pretty sure that having this equipment outside leads to negative prestige, so we're gonna try and retract that. We're gonna try and get that fixed real quick. Okay, give me the mussel dispenser. Let's put the mussel dispenser right in over there. 120 bucks, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Let's throw down this. Let's get you moved, because I really do not want to have to deal with any people behind my tanks. This is good. This is very, very good. The science points that we're gonna get are gonna be immense. We're gonna get a huge amount of science points. It really is great. And the good news is that we can also throw down a couple of additional eels. In fact, do I want to throw down additional eels? Because these eels are gonna grow. And I've just realized that I have not accounted for the fact that they are gonna grow. Because at the, we bought them at the size 4, and they're all gonna grow to size 9. And how many have we got? Okay, so they're gonna grow huge. They are gonna grow absolutely enormous. Each of them is gonna grow by 5 points. So 5, 5, 5, 20 points. Okay. We're gonna have to sell one of them. Or 2 of them, in fact. That's a bit of a bummer, but I mean, that's fine, I think. Right, sell that. That's okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not worried about that. Look, the science points are still pretty darned good. Yeah, pretty happy with that. Okay, what do we got in our emails? Interested in some blue tubular sponges. Well, I kind of am. I don't want to trade them, though. I'm not really in a position to do any trades at this moment in time. I'm very sorry to say. I would love to be able to do some trades, but I ain't got the cash. Let's take that off limits. Yeah, again, lots of people complaining about the fact that, you know, we can't move this stuff out of sight. Also, you know, I can adjust the entrance price, I believe, but I don't think I really particularly want to. I can also close the facility if indeed that's something that I want to do. I mean, we've been making pretty darn good money. You know, we've been making pretty darn good money the last couple of days. Apparently, we're selling more and more food and drink, mostly from our vending machines. In fact, only from our vending machines. I am absolutely keen to get a gift shop, though. Absolutely keen to get a gift shop. A basic toilet. I mean, a basic toilet seems like a no-brainer. So let's throw that down over there. Excellent. It looks a little bit suspect, but you know, a toilet's always grand. It's always good. Anything else that we really need to get? I mean, a broom. Get a broom thingy over there. That's cool. A wealthy benefactor. Ooh, yes, please. I do love wealthy benefactors. My name is Lucia Wainwright. I'm something of an aquatic enthusiast. Ah, like myself. We must have a lot in common. I would love to sponsor one of your exhibits if you'll allow me. I wouldn't want to tread on your toes, but if you insisted on my input, something with the following parameters would please me immensely. Can I just take your money and then just, like, not worry about whatever the heck you want? Build a tank with Panther Grouper ×2, and we need to do it in 3 hours, if indeed we accept. Oh, wow, and that's gonna net us like 7 grand. Wow, yes, please. I am very, very keen on that. What are we researching at the moment? We're almost done with our current research on the oblique-lined dotty back. The Panther Grouper. Do we even have the Panther Grouper? I don't think we do have the Panther Grouper, to be honest. No, we straight up do not have the ability to get the Panther Grouper at the moment. Which is a bummer, because I would love 7 grand. I would dearly love 7 grand. Okay, how are we doing? How are we doing in this tank here? We're doing not too badly. Size of 4. Man, This is looking good. This is looking good. Growth time, it's gonna grow. It's gonna grow to 9 in 4 days. That's terrifying. Okay, we'll choose some research now. What do we want? Disco mushrooms? Oh, oh goodness gracious me. Panther grouper. What am I talking about? We can, of course, get some panther groupers. Let's get some panther groupers. I will accept the deal. I will accept the deal. We will get some panther groupers. Where do I want to place my next exhibit? I don't really know. I don't really know where we're gonna place our next exhibit. I mean, I kind of like the structure that I've got going on over here. I also feel like maybe I should just expand this area here and, you know, try and keep the fish tanks basic on this side. Let's do that. Let's absolutely do that. I like it. I like it being basic because it means that the staff can just throw the food in, which is kind of cool. I like it. I like looking at it like that way. So let's expand out here. How much is that going to set me back? 500 bucks or so. No big deal. Expand all the way over here. Cool. I'm going to throw down a wall right in there. I'm going to throw down a basic tank times 2 in anticipation for something. Something's going to go in here. I have no idea what, but something is going to go down there. Maybe these panther groupers can go in here. Coral grouper has grown to size 9. So didn't realize that the coral grouper was gonna grow as well. Kinda just thought the eels were gonna grow, because they're all gonna increase in size by 5, and we've only got space for 1 to increase in size to 5. These red tail butterfly fish, how big are they? They are 5 in size as well. It's not like we can just move them around a little bit, is it? I mean, I think we need to move a couple of these fish around. I don't think we have a choice, to be honest with you. Alright, we need to move 1 into this tank here. Yes, I know. It's a bad habitat, but that's fine. So that's gonna increase. There's gonna be an increase of 10 in a day or so, where the eels are both going to level up to level 9, and that's gonna increase to 27. Okay, so that's cool. We need to make sure that the eel is appropriately kitted out over here. How many fish can this tank support? That's going to increase to 9. Oh, so actually, if we just stick a second eel in this tank, then we will be totally fine. Cool. All right, great. So 2 eels in there. They're both going to grow up to level 18 very soon. We need to throw down a bit of rockage. Lovely. We need to throw down some filters as well. Excellent. A power filter round the back, which apparently we can't do because we're all out of cash. Yikes. I'm gonna sell that tank because that tank is not required at this moment in time. Throw down the power filter and throw down a heater in just a second. Just needs to be a basic one, I think. Yeah, it just needs to be a totally basic one. It's a little bit of a trek to come and feed the mussels to the eels over here, but that's fine. That leaves a little bit of space in this tank, to be honest. It leaves space of 3. However, the eels are able to eat fish of a small size, and so I'm a little bit wary about throwing anything actually in there, but that's fine. Okay, the basic pump, that's really, really nice. I have no idea how much the basic pump costs. I'll choose research now. Sure, fine. Let's get a lagoon tank. I'm pretty keen to try and get some bigger tanks on the go. So, this pump, the basic pump costs 76 and has got some pretty ferocious range. Right. Well, I like this. I like this a lot. First of all, I'm going to move this around a little bit. I'm then going to see if we can get a basic pump in here and connect up to there. That's pretty darn neat. I don't think we can connect up a secondary source. I think it's just got to be one singular connection at this moment in time. So then we can sell this tank right there. right? Does that keep... Oh, hold up. That's temperature. So that only does temperature? Okay, well, that's entirely my bad if that's the case then. I thought it did... Wait, what? Do we need to link up... Oh, hold up. Do we perhaps need to link up the filter? I think we need to link up the filter and the heater up to the pump. Ah, okay. That is something to consider. So I was using the words filter and pump interchangeably, which is just a bad idea in general. Now, we can't expand over here, which is a bit of a bummer because that is kind of something that I need to do. However, you know what we can do? We can actually just straight up create a little access area over here. Tell you what, you know what? Let's just turn this entire area into a staff area. Sell that wall, sell that staff door. That's totally fine. Let's get this moved over here. Let's get this sold. Excellent. This moved. Connect that up to there. That in there. Wonderful. Looking very, very good. Very, very happy with this thus far. Although, I have to be honest, what is the point of having a pump if we're just going to have everything next door? Doesn't really make sense. Thus far, undecided what we're going to do with this pump. You know what? Let's actually just try and change things up a little bit. Let's get this down over here, link that up there. Yeah, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do this. I bought this darn pump. I'm gonna bloomin' well use it. Gosh darn right. Okay, so that connects up there like so. Excellent. That in there, and then immediately we have a staff door. A staff door to the right. No, left. Left of the entrance as soon as you get in. And that looks a lot more professional, don't you think? I think that looks really good, in fact. And all of our pumping needs are sufficiently taken care of. Yeah, very, very happy with that. That looks really, really darn good. Everyone is getting fed. No issues whatsoever. We don't have any growing issues. We're ready to accept more growth from all of our eels. That is looking very, very nice. Now, we haven't unlocked any of the freshwater fish, at least not yet. I'm fully anticipating on doing that. However, that's going to have to be taken care of in the next episode. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure to play Megaquarium Freshwater Frenzy for you today. I hope indeed you'll tune into the next episode. My name, of course, has been Over the Potato. Thanks as ever to the fantastic Patreon supporters over at patreon.com/overthepotato. Also thanks to Banana Nana and C Senpai for being the $2 $25 plus tier patrons a month. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.